Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return rather predictably with some more iRacing. This time around though we're here with the Porsche Cup series. Yeah, always love racing the Porsche Cup cars. Doesn't always go perfectly, but I do still find it very, very good fun. And when you get the opportunity, Porsche Cup, Oulton Park, you've got to take it, haven't you, on iRacing. So let's get into it. Pretty normal format, of course. We'll jump into qualifying first of all. 17-lap race, going to take about half an hour-ish. This, I'm hoping, is going to be a good start to the season. At the final corner then, up towards the line, it is going to be, I don't know what the time's going to be to be honest, a 1:31.0 there, going to put us P8 provisionally then. Yeah, not perfect lap, but felt fairly good. Felt like there was a little bit more time in the car, but we'll wait and see where we line up on the grid. Right, we're lining up on the grid then here at Oulton Park. We're starting from P9 as the number 12 car, so right in the thick of it, ready for this one. Fingers crossed we can keep it clean and tidy early on and just make it through the first few laps.
The track temp
right,
is
here we go
19.
Then. Got to try and make sure we get a good start in these Porsche Cup cars. 4 red lights.
Go, nail it.
And it's lights out and away we go. And actually, yeah, not the worst start in the world then as we head down in towards one car behind me. Got an even better one though, as that's going to be very close in towards the first turn. Oh, we're just going to get pinched and punted from behind there. So turn 1 and we've already got a 4X on the board. Love that. Not really sure where else I could have gone and name a more iconic duo apparently than me in picking up 4Xs early on in races, but cars should be absolutely alright with that one. It was just a small punt at the rear end there, and we've lost one spot then off the start as we head down through the furthest section of the circuit. I do really love Oulton Park, especially with this next chicane removed as well, the Britain's layout. If I'm not mistaken, it's called, yeah, very, very high speed, very, very good fun. I've always loved Oulton Park. It's such a brilliant and underrated circuit. I'm so happy iRacing has made it free in recent years there as we just head down the back straight. Hopefully everyone can make it through this chicane on lap 1. So just again, trying to take it nice and easy. See if we can, I mean, it's not the easiest track to overtake on in these big, loud GT3-esque race cars, but still, yeah, an absolute ball, of course, as we head up now through the old part of the circuit. Or I say the old part of the circuit. It always feels like a track of two halves, does Oulton Park. A lot of British race circuits actually do feel like this, where the first half, or one half is quite sort of open, fast and flowing, and then the second half is a lot more technical, with a lot closer barriers. Trying to get a run on Darrell at the final corner, not quite going to be able to find anything at the final turn as Joseph leads the way then. Looks like he's very much exceeding iRacing by the end of lap 1, but we need to be careful of 1Xs though, of course. Yeah, not in a particularly brilliant place at the moment, down at 1.5 SR. So yeah, we certainly need to avoid 4Xs, need to try and keep 1Xs to a minimum as well. So just trying to put the power down. Just lose a bit of time there as I was a bit worried about going into the back of him, but just again got to keep the nose out of trouble And see if we can try and push on and work out, you know, study where this guy's a little bit weak, where he's strong, everything like that. You know, we've got 17 laps to try and work our way through, and even if we were to finish here...
Why, Peter? Why?
Someone's not happy. Someone's very not happy early on. I'm sure we're going to get a nice argument in voice chat. It's quite possibly the best thing I've ever done, was finally enabling voice chat. Don't know why I've left it off for so long on the sim. I'm sure I'll be saying that until I do something stupid and someone's getting angry at me, but let's just try and settle down though. Try and keep up with Darren at the moment. Like I said, just sort of study him, see where he's strong, see where he might be losing a bit of pace, where we're feeling a bit more confident. You know, it's a game of chess. I always say it, racing. It's like a game of chess, and today is certainly going to be one of those days. Porsche Cup around Oulton Park, tight, obviously high speed but tight layout, and not the easiest place to make moves in a bigger car like this, especially with that chicane removed as well.
30.
Oh no! Just ran a little bit wide there and tipped on the throttle too early, and that's going to push me back down the order quite a lot. A rookie error there to make quite early on, and now we're going to have even more work to do in this race. This guy, I was worried that he was going to try and get around the outside of me, but he'll back out of that one, so we'll be back down to about P22 then in this race. That has not done me any favours, but still going to try and settle down and get on with it, as will we now see Bruno try and get a run. I think he's just been involved in an incident, so he might be getting very, very feisty.
Left side.
But let's try and make moves, but we'll hold the inside to the chicane. We'll try and outbreak around the outside.
Still there.
Try and just
Left side.
keep the nose in. We'll get a 0x, and we'll get turned.
Nice and tidy.
Love that. This has not been the ideal lap 3. Someone else has gone off down at the hairpin. Just trying to get the car back into a rhythm again. Someone else not happy. Yeah, Lucas has gone off, so at least we've now got another car that we can try and chase again. Car feels absolutely fine. It's just been a couple of unfortunate incidents early on, but I do not want to walk away losing 92 iRating from this. So Lucas, yeah, definitely got damage on that Porsche. Gives me the place, so we'll be up. Thanks for that, crew chief. Always knows the right thing to say. Crew chief loving that move. But yeah, 5 seconds up to Aurelio. But there is still a big battle pack in front of him. Definitely still the potential for, I think, a bit more carnage here. A lot of people still complaining to each other in voice chat, which is probably a good sign that tempers could flare later on. I mean, we're still right on the back, but we're building up the pace each lap round. We are getting quicker and quicker around the venue, and the gap to the cars in front is coming down. That's not going to do me any favours, though. Just still struggling down through Cascades. This is what I mean, then. One car off exploring. I think it might have actually been 2. So we might gain a couple of freebies. There we go. That's just what we've got to be doing now. Trying to pick up freebies and keeping the pace up. Because I definitely feel like we can close up to Aurelian on raw pace alone. Love that hairpin. It's so much fun, that hairpin. Even if I do it badly, like I probably am most times through, it's still good, as I've gained another 2 spots though, so there is definitely more and more going on. You have to be in it right to the flag. Just trying. Sometimes it's about losing less rather than gaining more. Yeah, Aurelio definitely isn't particularly confident in that car. I quite like the yellow and the red though on it, so more incidents going on then through the... Oh! Hey, don't rejoin like that. No, don't rejoin like that. If you're watching this, don't do that. As I think we've gained another 2 spots there as well then. So we're back into P18 of this race, as I was lucky not to go into the back of Aurelio. Crew chief probably right. I think he's going to let me by. Thank you very much. So P17 now then. We've got another one just up the road. And we've just ticked over half distance as well. So we're back to about probably minus 35 iRating here. We can recover this close to neutral. That's probably quite a win when you consider the nightmare that was lap 3. And I mean, there's another couple of cars just there. Let's not count your chickens just yet, but this isn't going to be all bad, I hope. He says that as he proceeds to cut to me, locking up and hitting a wing. That's exactly what I mean, though. Those 2 we're just up the road. Don't rejoin, thank you. Oh, no. Also, don't boot the throttle mat in first gear, because that is a recipe for disaster. So another place gained then. So up to P16. P14 is not far away. Bruno. But yeah, like I said,
There's an incident in
talk of
Druids.
which,
Looks like
I've
iRacing.
just given him a curse, I think. So we're up another spot on this lap. Still got more cars leaving as well, so it is all going down. Friday night Porsche Cup races at the time we're recording this are clearly where the spice is at. But we need to try and get around Tom as soon as possible here as well. So yeah, what position are we into?
We're halfway home. Should be about
Crew Chief just told me
9 laps
P12,
of
but I don't
fuel
believe him.
left. 133,
14, damn it, that's annoying 1x.
Cascades.
We only need the one more place and we'll
Between the
be
lines.
back to neutral. Someone else has gone off.
I'm sorry, Bruno. Really sorry. Read the breaking point.
It's Guilherme as well. What on earth is going on? Porsche Cup, never give up, is clearly the mantra tonight. It's going to get a nice run off the corner then. Not sure it's going to be close enough to get to Tom, but we are certainly now in the wheel tracks. Someone else having issues apparently. I feel like I'm saying that every 15 seconds at the moment. But yeah, we've got to see if we can try and get an error out of Tom there as he just snags the brakes. You can see he's not comfortable getting the car position where he needs it. So we've got more yellow flags. Another one's gone. How many freebies? How many freebies are we going to get from this? I looped it twice in one lap and I've still got a grin on my face at the moment. That just goes to show what iRacing can be like sometimes, as that is a very, very conservative line through there. But yeah, so we're back into P13 then, so I think this is neutral iRacing, and we can see the top 10 still just there. Oh, bit of a mistake there from Tom as well. So I'll head down the hill, we'll try and leave. Don't want to be out there. We wanted to try and show the nose, didn't want to try and show the nose on the grass, locking up and going straight to the side of him. So again, not quite going to be able to capitalise on the small mistakes, but they're definitely there. That's a promising sign for us to try and sneak past this guy. We're going to get a nice run out of the hairpin this time round. We're going to be closer and closer. He does seem to be quite brave on the brakes down here, but if I can show the nose on the inside, maybe he will just back out of it. Still just going to try and brake at my normal braking point.
Clear left.
Kind of chucked it in. It was a bit aggressive in the end.
Well
I
done.
apologise.
Nice run now.
But didn't want to hit the inside tyre wall either. That got a little bit close for comfort. Tom, I apologise. It was probably more aggressive than it should have been, but we are through. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on that one. Oh, that's so frustrating. Just starting to pick up a couple of 1Xs again for off tracks as the tyres start to just go off maybe a little bit. Still trying to push on to get closer and closer to Guilherme and Darrell up the road, but need to try and do it without making any off tracks. That's got to be the key. Am I going to lose my A licence quite soon? That's what I'm worried about. Are closing in though at quite a rate of knots on these two at the moment, as I can just see Guilherme starting to struggle a little bit as he gets too close to the wall. Be careful of this lap car though. Oh no, it wasn't a lap car. I apologise, we've just gained another place. We're gaining so many in such random ways today. Well, I don't even realise we're overtaking cars anymore, so we're now into 11th then. So even if we just get one of these two, it could still be a top 10. Could we end up finishing this where we started, despite everything that's gone on, as this might be a new personal best of the day as well. And dip us into the 31.3s, that's what we like to see.
10th position, 131.38.
3 laps remaining as both the cars in front of me run wide out turn 1. We're still going to get a better run on them though. So we head down the hill, I think we've just got to try and work away around Guilherme quite quickly if we want any chance of going at Darrell, but 3 laps left then here from Oulton Park, and we've got to try and find a way through somehow, somewhere. We're just trying to use 4th gear again in the dirty air just to get the nose tipped through, and you can just see there Guilherme trying to position the car a bit defensive in a couple of places. We've now got a lapped car in the way though. That's Lucas just up the road, who's going to be carrying Darrell along just a little bit. Fingers crossed he'll let all 3 of us through in one go, and it doesn't look like he will. Just going to go nice and easy on the brakes. That is really bad driving as the blue flags. I love it when my connection doesn't do me any favours either. They didn't want to mash the throttle and end up in someone's gearboxes. Come on, Lucas. Got to get out of the way, which he now will do. Very, very careful there as he dips a wheel on the grass. He could have come spinning back into my path, but 2 more laps to go then here from Oulton Park, and what was a bit of a nightmare early on. Has still turned itself around into what has been quite a fun race up to this point, but just got to try and keep it on the island throughout these final twos. You can see how hard we're pushing out of the final corner, but we really need to try and get a run on Gillamy somewhere if we want any chance of having a go at Darrell in these final couple of laps. Oh, that was so close to another 1x, but we get away with it that time. We'll try and just show the nose, see if we can force an error, and there we go. That's exactly what we need. An open door through Cascades there, and now up into the top 10. No, up into 9th then of this race. So Darrell, if we can somehow get to him in this last lap and a half, we might gain places from where we started here somehow. It's always a lesson in why you don't give up on iRacing. We get a few of these each season where I have a nightmare early on, and then somehow we still recover to a quite respectable finish. I've got to make sure now I don't do anything stupid after I've just said that, but 1.6 seconds the gap to the bright yellow and green car up the road, but we are definitely quicker at the as we shut the car in, get us close to those tyre barriers as we can. Oh, miss the apex through there, though. It's so difficult. Really, what you want to do is not brake through that right-hander, but I always find myself doing it because I'm so worried we're going to miss the apex and fly off the venue. But what you actually find is, of course, because you're braking, you're losing the rotation in the car, and you can't then do anything, but we've got to try and get closer to Darrell. The gap down for 1 second then, with one more lap of Oulton Park to go. Or stay on board, but I might just need to concentrate a bit here. It's not often I do this, but, well, unless it's qualifying, I think we're going to need some sweat if we want to try and get right up to him.
E9, one more lap to go.
See how much we're gaining through a lot of these corners at the moment. We are definitely more confident than the driver in front of me, but more confident, and only half a lap to do anything is quite difficult. We'll show the nose. Again, we won't think about ever trying something from that far back, not on purpose anyway. Can we get a good run out of the hairpin though? Weaves really nicely on the throttle there, but we are still going to be close. So we head down this back straight. We're going to try and just show the nose to the inside. He's not been confident into this braking zone a lot today, and we will be able to get a look then to the inside. Oh no, we'll chop the nose off right at the last moment there. We had to lock up the brakes slightly just to avoid him. Fair play though, good defensive driving, not going to take anything away from him on that one, but now it's just going to be a case of trying to get a run in towards the final corners here. And I mean, this is going to come down to the wire, but can we somehow find a way through? See, we were very, very aggressive on the entry there. We're not going to be able to get the run off the exit, though. We'll still show the nose, see if we can try and force an error out of him. See if we can just snag a break or something like that. But in towards the final corner, we're not quite going to be able to do anything unless I can get a mega run, which we're not. It is only going to be P9 there. So after all of that, we finished exactly where we started. Sometimes you just got to love iRacing, but unlike the start, we've got a huge grin on my face there. Very, very happy with that one after the nightmare early on. Still gained some iRating. I think we might have lost a little bit of SR though. Let's go have a look at those final race results. Again, not a pretty sight for my SR there, minus 0.24. We are desperately going to need a couple of good races in the books over the next couple there. But Sam takes the win ahead of Joseph and Malt there in P3. But yeah, 9th to 9th after all of that. Only I could run a race like that there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like. Get yourself subscribed as well. And we will definitely be returning very, very soon with more Porsche Cup racing.